Welcome back to our English class, children. Our lesson name is A Chameleon Named Henry. You have understood the story well. Let us get into the grammar and vocabulary of this lesson. Nouns are of two more kinds, children. That is singular noun and plural noun. What is a singular noun? A singular noun names one person, one place, one thing or one idea. So a noun which is a name for only one thing, that is called as a singular noun. You can see in the picture there is one dog over here. That is a singular noun. Only one ring is over here. That is a singular noun. The next is plural nouns. What are plural nouns? A plural noun names more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing or more than one idea. So when you have to give a name to more than one person or more than one thing or more than one place or more than one idea, that is called a plural noun. Anything which is more than one is plural. So you can see here not one but many books are there. So these are called as books. I am not telling book, books. I am adding an S. That means when there is more than one thing, you call it with the plural thing as S, books. Now here a number of animals. I am not calling. Generally for plural nouns, we add an S at the end of the word, children. But there are some other rules to be followed when a plural noun is made. The first one is we can make plural nouns by adding S to a singular noun. So you can see the example table. Table refers to one table. But if I am about to tell there are many tables, I have to add an S at the end of the word. So that S makes it plural. So table becomes tables when it is more than one table. Second rule is by adding ES to a singular noun. For example, see the word glass, children. G-L-A-S-S, glass. I am referring to one glass. If I have to tell two glasses or three or anything more than one, I have to add ES to this word. You can see after the word glass, ES is added. So that is making it as glasses, a plural word. Third rule, by changing Y at the end into IES when there is no vowel before Y. For example, look at the word fly, children. F-L-Y, fly. The ending letter of this word is Y. Before Y, the letter is L. L is a consonant. What are consonants, children? All the letters other than vowels. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. These 5 letters are called as vowels. Other than these 5 letters, rest all words in the alphabet, they are called as consonants. Now before this Y, the letter is L. L is a consonant. So if there is a consonant, you change the word into plural by adding IES. So the Y is removed. In place of Y, IES is added. So fly becomes flies. This is another rule of making plurals. Next is by changing F or FE at the end into VE. Example, knife. K-N-I-F-E, knife. The last 2 letters are F-E, children. To make this word into plural, we are removing FE and adding VES. So it becomes knives. The next rule is by changing a vowel. As we discussed, A, E, I, O, U are vowels. So you have to sometimes replace the vowels. Now example is man. M-A-N. To make it plural, that means to make it as more than one person, the center letter A is replaced with another vowel E. So it becomes men. So men is plural. The next rule, by adding EN or REN to noun. Example, ox. Ox means only one ox. If I have to say more than one ox, 2 or 3 or more, I have to add EN to the word ox. So when EN is added, that has become plural. Child, C-H-I-L-D. Child is one. And if I add REN to the word child, that becomes children. Children means more than one child. Next rule. Some nouns have same form for singular and plural nouns. These are the rules for the nouns, children. Sometimes you need to add S, sometimes ES, sometimes Y is replaced by IES, sometimes FE is changed to VE, sometimes a vowel is changed, sometimes en or ren is added. But some nouns are the same in singular form or in plural form, children. Example is sheep. Sheep, if there is one sheep, you call it as sheep, and if there is more than one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe hundreds of sheep also, you call it as sheep. The spelling doesn't change. So there are some nouns which are the same in singular and plural form also. The next type of noun we are talking about is, children, possessive nouns. Possessive, what is the meaning of the word possessive? Possessive is something which we call as ours. If a pencil is yours, you call it, this is my pencil. So you are talking about your thing. That is called possessive. So we have possessive nouns. A possessive noun is a noun that shows ownership or relation between two things. A possessive noun uses an apostrophe. An apostrophe is a punctuation mark. Now let us look at the examples, children. Where are dance shoes? You can see the word dance, children. It is written as D-A-N-T, and you can see a comma on the top. That comma is called as apostrophe. You can see the symbol, children. That is called as an apostrophe. And then an S is given. So that means dance shoes. For example, if the pencil belongs to Rahul, you say that is Rahul's pencil. How do you say? Rahul apostrophe S. So that shows that belongs to him. That is his thing. That is called possession. Dance swim team won. Whose team won? Dance. How is the word written? D-A-N-T apostrophe S. So this is called as a possessive noun. The team score is 2. Team apostrophe S. So when you have to tell that something belongs to someone, something is that person's only, it cannot be other persons, you use a possessive noun. Rahul's pencil, Reena's pen, Ravi's shoe. So you will write the name, put an apostrophe and an S. That is called as a possessive noun. So possessive nouns again are of two types, singular possessive and plural. So again singular refers to one. One person, one place, one thing, anything which belongs to one, that is a singular. So if one person, place or thing owns something, it is singular possessive noun. So we add an apostrophe, that symbol is called apostrophe, and an S to make a singular possessive noun. So if that belongs to one person only or that belongs to one place only, that is called singular possessive. Examples you can see, my child's dog, only one child, so it is child apostrophe S. That way of writing is called possessive noun. So if it is written for one thing, that is called singular possessive. The man's work, man apostrophe S. The mouse cage, mouse apostrophe S. A person's clothes, person apostrophe S. These are all singular possessive nouns because only one thing is referred to. Few more examples of singular possessive nouns, children. The girl's bag. So this bag is this particular girl's only. It cannot be other person. So it is written as girl apostrophe S. The boy's cat. So this cat belongs to this boy. So this is boy apostrophe S. This is singular possessive noun. The next kind is plural possessive nouns. What are plural possessive nouns? As we have already learned, singular means one and plural means more than one. If more than one person, more than one place or more than one thing owns something, it is a plural possessive noun. Here you can see not one girl but many girls, 3 girls. In the next picture you can see not one child but many children. So we can say the girls' bags and the children's gang. So when there is more than one person or more than one thing, that is called plural. Now if you look at the word girls, children, there is an apostrophe after the S, not before the S, like before example. And if you look at the word children's, there is an apostrophe before the S. Let us understand in detail about these differences, children. So if you have observed the before slide, for the word girls, apostrophe is put after S. For the word children's, apostrophe is put before S. Why is this difference? Let us know the rules. If a plural noun ends with S, we add an apostrophe after the S. Suppose girls. The word has S in the end. So if a word, plural word has an S in the end, apostrophe will be added after the S. Did you understand? If a plural noun does not end with S, we place the apostrophe after the last letter of the word and add S. Now in the word children, the last word for children, last letter for children is N. There is no S. When there is no S in a plural noun, we put an apostrophe first, then we add S to it. Did you all understand, children? Girls word has got S letter in the last. So after S, apostrophe is put. Children word has got N letter in the last. There is no S letter. So first apostrophe is given and then S is added. So the words which end with S have an apostrophe after the S. And words which do not end with S have an apostrophe first and then S is added. The next type of noun we are talking about is, children, possessive nouns. Possessive. What is the meaning of the word possessive? Possessive is something which we call as ours. If a pencil is yours, you call it, this is my pencil. So you are talking about your thing. That is called possessive. So we have possessive nouns. A possessive noun is a noun that shows ownership or relation between two things. A possessive noun uses an apostrophe. An apostrophe is a punctuation mark. Now let us look at the examples, children. Where are dance shoes? You can see the word dance, children. It is written as D-A-N-T and you can see a comma on the top. That comma is called as apostrophe. You can see the symbol, children. That is called as an apostrophe. And then an S is given. So that means dance shoes. For example, if the pencil belongs to Rahul, you say that is Rahul's pencil. How do you say? Rahul apostrophe S. So that shows that belongs to him. That is his thing. That is called. Let us start with the exercises, children, which are given in page number 5. So the first exercise is place the apostrophe in the correct position in these sentences. The first one is done as an example. Chameleons' tongues are very long. Chameleons. The word is ending with a S. Because the word is ending with the letter S, the apostrophe is after the letter S, children. Did you observe? If the word ends with S, apostrophe will be after the S. If the word doesn't end with S, the apostrophe will be before the S, that is the end of the letter. Second sentence. During spring, the trees' leaves are bright green. So trees is the plural word here, children, and it is ending with S. So where should the apostrophe be put? After the S. See, I have marked the apostrophe after the S. Third one. The girls' cricket team won the match yesterday. So the word girls is a plural possessive. It is again ending with S. So apostrophe is placed after S. Fourth one. All of the dancers' clothes are blue. Dancers. Dancers is a plural noun and it is again ending with S. So the apostrophe is placed after S. You can see. The cattle's bells jingled when they moved. Now look at this word, children, cattle. Cattle itself is a plural word like children. And this cattle word is ending with E. When the word doesn't end with S, you put the apostrophe first, then you write S. That is the reason after E there is an apostrophe and then an S. Did you understand the difference, children? The next sentence. The section for women's clothes is on the other side. Again this word women's, children. Women means plural. W-O-M-E-N. Women is plural. And singular is W-O-M-A-N. Woman. So women itself is a plural word which is ending with N. There is no S. When it is not ending with S, you first put an apostrophe, then you write S. Did you understand where is the apostrophe placed? So the next bit is vocabulary. So as we have already learnt about suffix in vocabulary, a suffix is a group of letters that we add to the end of the word to change its meanings. Now in the exercise, in the help box you have got few words: motionless, priceless, helpless, restless, sleepless, heartless, careless, useless. So what is common among these words, children? LESS is the group of letters added at the end of each word. So these letters LESS are called as suffix. They don't have any meaning on their own. They have to be added to some other word to get a meaning. Motion is the word to which LESS is added. Price is the word to which LESS is added. Help, rest, sleep, heart, care and use. These are the main words to which the suffix is added. So these main words are called as root words, which do not change, which remain the same. Only the word which is added to it changes the meaning. Now, first one is done for you. The snake lay motionless to catch its prey. Now, motion is the main word, children. That is root word. Motion means movement. If I add the suffix LESS, that is becoming motionless. That means no movement. Movement is changing to no movement. So the meaning is changing. Did you understand, children? When a suffix LESS is added to the word motion, the meaning of the word is changing. The suffix changes the meaning of the word. Second one. Although the peasants lost all their crops in the floods, the heartless king forced them to pay their taxes. Heart is the root word. When I am adding less to it, it is becoming heartless. Heartful king is kind king. Heartless means very cruel king. The meaning is changed because of the suffix LESS. At the end of the day, the children grew dash as they waited for the bell to ring. Restless. Rest is the root word. I am adding LESS suffix. It is becoming restless. Restless means very unstable. They want the bell to ring very fast so that they can move out and enjoy. The key is dash now that the lock is broken. Useless. Use is the main word or root word to which the suffix LESS is added. So use is changing to useless. So the key has become no use because lock is broken. What is the use of key without a lock? When we gave the orphans sweets, the happiness on their face was priceless. To the word price, LESS suffix is added. So it became priceless. That means we cannot say the value of the happiness on their face. They were so happy. Did you all understand suffix and also possessive nouns, children? So children, this is the page 6 of grammar part. 3 more bits left in suffix. How dash of you to leave your handbag open. Careless. Care is the root word and less is the suffix. The villagers were dash against the dacoits. Helpless. Help is the root word. Less is the suffix added. He had trouble waking up in the morning because he spent a dash night tossing and turning. Sleepless. Sleep is the root word and less is the suffix added to it. So these are suffixes. Now look at the last bit of this page, children, writing part. Imagine that you have gone to a garden or a park. Write a paragraph on the sights and sounds there. So here is the picture based on which you have to put out your imagination in the form of sentences. So you have to imagine you are in a park or a garden. What all different things you see over there. The greenery, the beautiful garden, the flowers and the sounds what you hear, like the sounds of the birds chirping and all, and how you enjoyed over there. All that has to be written in your paragraph in the form of writing, children. The writing bit is provided in your PDF and also you can check it out in the next slide.